will join him, and the Bucs play action fake. Brady dumps the ball off, caught by Fournette, got a convoy in front. Fournette to the 30, to the 35, digs his way out to the 39-yard line. Tampa, and Brady steps up out of the pocket, unloads a sack, throws up field. It's a caught ball, brought to the 40, inside the 35, to the 33. Rob Gronkowski. What a remarkable catch. Two defenders in the air. Brady under pressure. Zach's Trinder to snap a high snap. The kick is airborne by Suckup. It's got distance. Does he get it? Did he get it? He did. Third and 7. Over the middle. Caught ball. Evans. His first catch of the 30. He has a first down. To the right. Dropping. Brady has time. Steps up. Looks downfield. No. Caught ball. Evans first down to the 47.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Buccaneers, where you'll get all your Bucs mid-season review, Week 12 updates, and just all-around fan experience. I am your host, Renegade Jr. We will be rocking out this episode solo, dolo. Hear me. I'm Hemi today. El Hemi Guapo. So, we're going to start this episode off with a little mid-season review. Okay, so like I said, we are 5-5 now, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And it's not where we thought we'd be, is how I'll put it. It's not where we wanted to be, but we are atop of our division and looking to have our faith in our own hands. So we win more, we keep this momentum going. We got the Cleveland Browns coming up, the Saints, and then we got to go play the 49ers, where El Jimmy Garoppolo is there waiting for us. And we have Carolina, we have Atlanta, we have Cincinnati's, we have plenty of wins on the list. Starting off with this Sunday, we will be playing the Cleveland Browns to pull away a little. Maybe 2 games up for first place. Maybe, just really take over. So, do have Atlanta on our heels. We do have the Saints a little bit more back in there, but also looking for a big loss from the two of them as well. Lost Kyle Pitts for the Falcons, and Jameis Winston is crybabying on the bench for the Saints. And I think Andy Dalton had his first good game, so he'll definitely keep him in again, and he will throw us some picks. Are the next people on the list some picks, which would be, who's he playing? Now, let me look at the schedule here. Who's Andy Dalton playing? Oh, the Niners and El Jimmy Guapo. There's no way that Jimmy Guapo doesn't drop a couple El Guapos on him, okay? So, and we'll look around the league to see what's going on and see what's happening with our team as well. Lost Shaq Barrett for the year with that Achilles. Antoine lost a couple games there with that concussion, as well as Cam Brate. Logan Ryan still has not made his return. Have not heard if he's starting, but did see that we put Leonard Fournette out for the game and brought up Giovanni Bernard for this game just earlier today. It is Saturday today, and tomorrow will be football. So Russell Gage, not that Julio finally makes a little bounce back, but also don't know who you're gonna get week to week with Julio Jones. Not the best, but not the greatest. I mean, not the worst. Has came back, has contributed. Will he continue to, or will he disappear as he has been doing? Akeem Hicks back in the fold here these last couple weeks. Devin White stepping it up big time these last couple games after the criticism from Warren Sapp and media or whatever you want to call it. But losing his father and really bouncing back, grabbing one of his best games, I believe, in Germany after the loss of his dad. Got the bye week, so Nick Leverett did go in there for. I'm trying to catch up on everything that for Gadecki, and he was terrible anyways. Gadecki, but they still haven't said if he's starting. I know Gadecki should be probably back, but Nick Leverett has been playing way better. Hopefully they keep him in there, and he's like a little spark plug for us on the line. He's up there, trying to help everybody up, the running back, whoever gets it. Also, Rashad White starting. Lenny, the passport thing where he just barely gets it, gets on the bus, does get a touchdown in that game, but is the featured behind Rashad White, who gets the start and breaks 100 yards as a rookie running back for his first time in the NFL. Just has a nasty stiff arm, throws a guy, really just has a breakout game, and he is back at it this week to starting, and then with Giovanni Bernard will, be backing him up. So 5-5, yeah. Leadership. We were lacking a little bit of that leadership from JPP, and also losing Logan Ryan because he jumped right in there, started being a leader immediately, and then all of a sudden got hurt, so we lose him. Cade Otton, breakout game versus the Rams, touchdown right at the end. Also, finally beat the Rams this year. Also beat the Saints this year in revenge games. So, Brady got that check off when he said he's got unfinished business. He probably really wanted to beat those Rams, and he got that. He got the Saints, and we still got to play the Saints one more time, but we already got them one time, so that's one check mark for us there. Okay, so let's see. What else can we keep it going with? Who else? Russell Gage, never really, haven't seen much about him. Carlton Davis did come back and did not look as good this year. Even with the injury, and then he comes back, and, I mean, he had a little bit of plays, but he's still looking weak to me, and he can't guard nobody. They just get catches on him. He don't knock him out or something. I just don't know. Giselle, she's cheating, so we've seen that. We know about all that. And she's over there with jiu-jitsu guys and stuff, taking pictures. Now, Philadelphia is going all in. Miami's going all in. A lot of teams, San Francisco, all in. a lot of these teams are going all in to try to win the Super Bowl this year, and we just need to get healthy and get in the. We need to be in there in the ship. Let us get up in that playoffs, and then we'll see what happens. So, um, take a break here and talk a little bit more about like stats around the league and maybe who now that I think's gonna maybe be in the playoffs and stuff as of now, and like maybe who I think MVP and rookie and all that stuff of the year. Since now we have a big amount of games that I can go through and look at the information and maybe project a little bit better. Now that I probably not getting most of my picks are, I had most of my stuff for the Bucks anyways, but be right back. You're rocking with the Buccaneers. This is your host Renegade Jr. and yeah, hit that subscribe and give us a like and. It's going down on the Buck style. You could catch us chilling out with that Buck style. And you know it's going down on the Buck style. Oh yeah, we back on the Buck style. All right, so we're back at it now after that little break. And we're going to go over the stats that we have so far, which are not too glorious, to say the least. We got Tom Brady. Does have, I believe, the fourth passing yards, but also did pass a lot this year so far and only has 12 touchdowns, but with 2 interceptions. So 5-5, lost a lot of games that we should have won and beat ourselves a lot. Not many people really did beat up on us besides maybe the Kansas City Chiefs and the Panthers, but both of those we had quick mistakes and never recovered from them. So yeah, we're Julio Jones only with the lowest. No, Scotty Miller has the lowest, I believe, or is it? For receivers, he has 170, but he's getting up there now after a lot of drops and still dropping some, but also catching some. Then it goes Julio. Julio's 178, but also missed a lot of games and has barely played. Then we have Russell Gage with 231. And also missed some games and stuff and drops and fumbles, and hopefully he doesn't come back. Then we have Lenny, who has... Oh, wait a minute. How much does Rashad White have? Only 135. Okay, so he's in the middle there for lowest. Rashad White has the lowest, but also did not play as much. So, Lenny's got 315 and also has 43 receptions. And Chris Godwin has 475 yards, which is pretty good for coming back on his ACL this year, and on a pitch count a lot, and missed one game and barely played the first game. Then we have Big Mike, who leads the pack of receivers with 671, and I believe he's 17th in the league in receiving yards. Only has 49 catches, though, but also, like, has probably the lowest. He could be up there, like, around top 10, though, if he gets a nice game on Sunday, because 3 of those receivers have already played, like, 11 games that are in the top 5, I believe, like, Stephon Diggs and Justin Jefferson and Detroit and New England. I don't know. The other receiver, though, was he CeeDee Lamb, I think? CeeDee Lamb's up there, too. He also played 11. And then Cam Brate only has 122 yards, also missing a lot of games. Well, these last couple games, and hasn't really been that effective in the passing game, but does have a catch here and there where we need him. But now I believe he'll be back. But K. Otten, who had his breakout game 2 weeks ago, has 281 with 26 catches now, and should be starting, I believe, or will be in the mix a lot this year. So Mike's looking to get that 1,000 again, and Tom maybe get a couple, 2, 3, 4 touchdowns this time, and then he'll be right up in the mix there with a little bit better if we can actually get some touchdowns. And yeah, so that's how our offense is looking on the passing side. And then on the rushing side, Lenny is leading the rushing with 462. And then we have Rachaad White with 222, Julio 17, Scotty 8, Keyshawn's got 6, Chris a 5-yard run, or 3. Jalen's got 2 yards. And then we have decent. Jalen Darden's been a lot better this year on the kick returning, and we had Rachaad White, that one fumble versus Kansas City, which kind of started that one off real bad. But other than that, he's been good as a rookie. So, on the defensive side, we have Devin White leading that with 76 tackles. And 2 picks for Jamel Dean. Let's see. Vita Vea's got 6.5 sacks. Joe Tryon's 3.5. Shaq Barrett had 3 before he got out, and 3 for Antoine. Carl Nassib's coming up there. Logan Hall 2. Carl Nassib 2. Anthony Nelson 2. 1 for Levante. 1 for Mike Edwards. Avery, who's just started to play, and Sanat. 1. Nunez, Roches, Nacho. He's got 1. Akeem Hicks. Looks to be 0 there. Okay, so, yeah. That's 0, just like I thought. Okay, so let's see about our offense as a whole. We are 3rd in passing yards, which is a plus, but also we have thrown a lot and not run as well as we've wanted to, or as much as we've wanted to. So that's a minus. We're last in rushing yards as a result of that, so yeah. But now I wonder if look up those stats after Tom Brady's back from the divorce, but probably looking a lot better. But plus we should be healthier now, and but that's crazy because it does look like Cleveland Browns are up there in yards, which you wouldn't think, like, they're not doing that good this year, but they already have that many yards. So when they get Deshaun Watson and we don't have to play him, which kind of could be a good thing for us or a bad thing, because Jacoby knows this is probably his last game, so he's probably going to try to ball out best he can, and also that could hurt him too, and maybe he could throw a couple picks and trying a little too hard. Or also, when Deshaun comes back, he could have messed up for that first game. But you never know. I mean, at least we just don't have to see it. So, yeah. On the defensive side, we are 8th in sacks. And all the best defenses are up there in sacks. Dallas, Philly, San Francisco, all the good ones are up there. And people that have the good pass rushers. Also, 4th in defensive yards, 3rd in passing yards. Defensive yards, 3rd in passing yards, 12th rushing yards, which is not where we're usually a lot better at the rushing yards, but points allowed we're 3rd. So defense has had a couple, chinks in the armor, but then have come back and really looked well. And we're not getting as much turnovers either. Like we were at the beginning. We were just scoop, scoop, scoop. And now we're not so much. But we do have 8th in sacks. So, yeah. So, let's see. Now we're going to go on to a little bit further and give out predictions for the MVP. As of right now, I'm going to go Patrick Mahomes. He's got the most yards, most touchdowns, and he seems to be having no stoppage. He's really on fire this year, but hopefully just somebody knocks him out so we can go ahead and not have to play him. Since we already did that, we don't have those pass rushers like we did last time. Then we have Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going to go, even though Judon has 13 sacks, it's going to be close between him and Micah, and I'm going to go Micah just overall. They'll probably give it to him. Then, Best Offensive Player of the Year or Best Wide Receiver. I'm going to say that Tyreek Hill and Justin Jefferson, back and forth with that. I think Tyreek's going to play another game here, and then he'll have 11 games, so he could be first compared to Justin Jefferson, but he does have like a large amount of yards. So, yeah. Also, did not want to leave out that Levante had 70 tackles, right behind Devin White. He only has with 1 sack. Mike Edwards had 58, Jamel Dean 45, Antoine 44 with those misses, but he should be coming back. And yeah, I'm going to go, offensive player, best wide receiver, I would mix and match those with Tyreek and Justin Jefferson as of right now, but we will see. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and make my picks for the week. Week 12. The first 3 games, Buffalo and Detroit, I went with Buffalo. Also, Giants, Dallas, I went with Dallas. And New England, Minnesota, I thought Minnesota would be able to pull it off. Even though those games are already over, I did pick them. 1 o'clock games, going with the Bucs to take Cleveland. They will find a way to pull out a dub. Tennessee squeaks out another dub there. Vrabel finds a way. Miami bounced back off that bye, I believe. Gonna light it up. They look great. Jets benching their quarterback. Probably got a little spark there coming from the rest of the team. Will come away with the dub versus Chicago with Justin Fields being hurt. Go with Washington. Taylor Heineke will squeak away a dub versus the Atlanta Falcons. Denver's going to somehow come away with the win here, even though they're trash. Carolina's a little bit more trash. And then we're going to go with the Baltimore Ravens to pull out a win versus the Jacksonville Jaguars at home. Because Lamar Jackson is going to give them all that action. And Chargers to beat Arizona. They're falling apart. And hopefully they just keep on unraveling. But Kyler Murray might start this game, so we'll see. But maybe Chargers can just pull it out. Vegas, although they did get the win last week, it was the luckiest I've ever seen. So they're going to lose to Seattle Seahawks this week. I'm going to go Rams get a L versus Kansas City. New Orleans takes another L versus El Kimi Guapo. Green Bay loss versus Philly, and then Pittsburgh is going to lose against the Colts. 38 points. This is the Buccaneers. Subscribe, like, all that. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. Go Bucks. Go Bucks.